Are the Denver Broncos Super Bowl bound this year? Let's talk about it as well as analysis from yesterday's game. This is Broncos Buckham. Alright, so the Denver Broncos are now 1-2 with an absolutely incredible win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday in Tampa, Florida. Everything was clicking for the Denver Broncos yesterday, but let's take a look at the offense first to really get an idea of what went right here. First and foremost, we'll talk about the star, Bo Nix, who had a 25 for 36 completion, 216 yards. He did not pass a touchdown, which is unfortunate for me. I was really hoping that he would be the first starting rookie to get his passing touchdown in for the year. That one goes to Caleb Williams. Congrats to Caleb for sure. But really disappointed Bo wasn't able to get one in through the air. But he did have a rushing touchdown, and probably one of the biggest things that is exciting to see from this game is Bo Nix did not turn over the ball once, nor did he get sacked. In fact, quite the contrary to getting sacked, there was one moment in the game where, he was dead to rights, man, and he just slipped out of that and ran for 22 yards, got well past the first down. It was impressive to watch. So all these haters on Bo Nix say he's not athletic, he can't run. Put that out of your mind. Let me see as well, because I want to address the whole idea that he has a noodle arm. Let me pull this up real quick. Bo Nix in the game. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get this pulled up here. I do all my shows ad lib, no script, nothing like that. Just me. Just me talking to you guys like it's a conversation. So I wanna get a particular stat here. I really should have prepared better for this. But in this game, his longest was 31 yards. So okay. I was wanting to I wanted to check that, but regardless, his longest so far in the regular season is 49 yards. So yeah, absolutely crushing any sort of complaints about his so-called noodle arm there. But also 69.4% completion percentage. Like I said, 216 yards through the air. He also had 9 carries for 47 yards in this game. And one of the big things about this game offensively is Bo Nix was finally not the leading rusher in the game. That goes to Tyler Bidet. Sorry if that makes you mad that I pronounced it that way. That's what I'm hearing. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. That's what I'm hearing is how his last name is pronounced. I thought it was Beatty, but apparently the commentators did not get it wrong in yesterday's game. It's Bidet. So Bidet carried 9 times for 70 yards, with an average of 7.8 average yards. Does this game make Bidet running back number 1? I mean, Javonte Williams, he had 5 carries for 12 yards, average of 2.4 yards, and that's not just for this game. This is a consistency issue that we see with Williams. I love Javonte Williams. I wish him all the best, but when we've got Bidet and then eventually Audric Estime is going to come back from injured reserve, I mean, it seems like Bidet is probably going to have to take over that spot. Um, I think Bidet, McLaughlin, and Estime are going to be our key guys here. Williams will have a part to play, but let's see. Um, Also, let's talk about passing as well with Bo Nix, because what we've seen a lot before is we've seen some more short passes and whatnot, but Cortland Sutton had 7 receptions for 68 yards with an average of 9.7 receiving yards. So our passing game opened up incredibly. Josh Reynolds, 2 receptions, 36 yards. Humphrey, 6 receptions, 37 yards. Our passing game was on point. We didn't see receivers dropping the ball. Everything seemed to click offensively. And then, of course, for the defense, Jaquan McMillan, 8 tackles, 1 assist. Dondre Tillman, who replaced McGlinchey. I believe it was McGlinchey, or was it Browning? I think Tillman replaced Browning most recently. 2 sacks, 2 tackles. PJ Locke, 5 tackles. Alex Singleton, 4 tackles. Let's see. We had a total of 7 sacks. 6 of those sacks were from 6 different defensive players. I mean, the scoreboard shows it too, 26-7. Now that I've given you a little bit of a picture of this, gave you a little bit of a picture of the game and how it went, I will point out that it was not a perfect game. I'm going to use Knicks's, because I'm an Oregon fan, I'm going to use Knicks's old coach Stan Lanning at Oregon and say that they can be better. And no matter how good Denver plays, they can always be better. And Bo Nix has taken that mindset with him into Denver. Lanning has influenced his mindset heavily. And I believe Nix is just going to keep getting better. Will the offense continue to click like it did yesterday? I don't know. Sean Payton seemed to implement a lot of things. A lot of different things, such as simplifying play calls, but also opening up the playbook as well. You saw Knicks getting to the line of scrimmage to read defenses in time. I mean, the last 2 weeks, they were getting to the line of scrimmage with like 5 seconds left to snap, and Knicks wasn't able to do what he does best and read defenses. I mean, but you saw what happened when he was given that time to actually analyze the defense before the snap, actually get comfortable and get set before the snap, and it makes a world of difference. And our offensive line, man, let's just shout out our offensive line, because something happened. I don't know if Sean Payton went in there and spanked everybody after last week's game or what happened, but something changed. Maybe spending some time in a nuclear bunker did that. Who knows? But the point being, everything seemed to go right throughout all 4 quarters. And there were some mistakes here and there, and it wasn't a perfect game. But compared to the last 2 games, and honestly, a lot of last season, everything seemed to go right for once. And that's a feeling that us Bronco fans have not had in a long time. So let's move on to the whole Super Bowl thing that I mentioned at the very beginning, because I'm getting to that. If you made it this far in the video, then I appreciate you. I'd like you to leave a comment down below saying something like, say tacos. Yeah, say tacos in the comments somewhere. Let me know you made it this far. But the Super Bowl. No, they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl this year. As hopeful as I want to be, as proud and supportive of I am of my Denver Broncos, no, the Super Bowl is not in question. Playoffs? That's a little more reasonable. But we have to remember as fans that Denver is rebuilding, and we do still have a rookie quarterback. He played great yesterday, but he's not going to play great every single game the rest of the season. I said he's going to be better because he's going to show more consistently that good play, but we're still going to lose. We're going to lose many more games, probably, the rest of the season. So let's temper our expectations here as Broncos fans. Celebrate this win, be happy about this win, but let's not quite start thinking about playoffs until November. We'll see where we're at in November and how things are going, and then we can start thinking about playoffs. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this, feel free to discuss your arguments or differing opinions in the comments. If you're respectful, I'm going to be respectful right back to you. And have a good one. Go Broncos.